Well, the forum, of course, is a great opportunity to explore issues related to democracy. And obviously, democracy is an extremely important topic and one that people around the world, I think, are focusing on in many different ways today. And it's one that we care a lot about at the Pew Research Center. We really want to do a lot of research to explore how people around the world view democracy and explore their values that are related to democracy. So this is an important area, I think, for those of us who do survey research, because we really want to understand how the public thinks about issues related to democracy. As we're speaking, it's a day before the presidential election in the U.S. after a really long campaign season. And during this election, people have, I think, raised questions about the health of democracy in the U.S. in different ways. There's been an unprecedented discussion about the legitimacy of the election. One of our surveys showed that 56% of Trump voters did not have a lot of confidence that the vote would be open and fair. Majority of Americans have said in our surveys that they don't think Donald Trump respects democratic institutions and traditions. So, democracy and the health of it in the United States has been a bit of a topic. Well, one of the things that I wanted to focus on during my talk is looking at various discontents, really, that people feel around the world that might be shaping some of the dissatisfaction they feel about representative democracy. So, part of it's economic. We see concerns about inequality around the world that are very high, especially in the United States and Europe. There's a lot of pessimism about the economic prospects for the next generation. So there's an economic component to it. There's also a factor, I think, that's related to culture and identity. In Europe, for example, we see a lot of evidence that many people in Europe are they're skeptical about the value of diversity in their societies. And in many other parts of the world, we see different signs that people are worried about threats to their traditions and to their culture. So there's also a sort of cultural component to this discontent. And then finally, there's also a lot of dissatisfaction, I think, with the way political institutions are dealing with these challenges that people see. So, in many countries, there's declining faith in government, or just a lack of confidence in key political institutions and the job that they're doing in dealing with these challenges that people see.